Some updates. I'm in my studio right now. We just wrapped up the landscape season within the last couple of weeks here. I've got the the W-2s from the payroll companies that I've already given to my employees for so they can do their taxes. I just got off the phone with my bookkeeper and accountant about doing year-end taxes and getting all our ducks in a row, any 1099s that need to be sent out, all that stuff. I'm recording a whole video about that. I've got 17 videos right now already pre-recorded, and we're working on like 6 more. So it's a total of somewhere around 23 videos we're actually working on right now to be released. I just filmed a whole video here in the studio about year-end taxes that'll be coming out soon. This is really kind of like brain dumping because I'm excited. We're also filming a documentary right now, so I'm gearing up and creating an equipment checklist because we're packing and filming at a location tomorrow. I'm getting into the documentary film space. That's a lot of work. I put together an operating manual for my business here. Check this out. You might appreciate this. That I'll be sharing all these resources soon. Landscaping for the landscaping business. And I tell your operating manual and all the documents. I'm probably like, 70 pages in. And that's really helped me a lot. It's taken me years to really start to learn about the administrative pillar of your business. My friend Brandon Vaughn teaches this thing called MAPS, and I have my own version of it I'm creating, but it's like marketing, administration, production, and sales. And when you learn that there's different pillars of your business, then you can learn the ones that you suck at, and then you can get around other people that are really successful and then kind of learn from them and then grow your confidence, right? Because if you're scared and you have doubt, it's because you don't know. And then you can reach out and actually learn stuff. And then when you learn about it, then your doubt goes away. So, anyways, yeah. Here, I was also thinking about doing a quick tour of my studio. The Jobber, I'm sponsored by Jobber, and so I use Jobber in my business. And people get discounts when they use my link, getjobber.com/Keith. But they were going to send a camera guy soon here, and we're going to do a whole tour of like my business and everything. It'll be up on YouTube. I'll let you know when it's coming out. And it's like I never show the inside of my studio because I don't think anybody really even cares. It has nothing to do with landscaping. But some people might be interested. So if you want to know about my studio, I can do an entire tour. I'm going to do a tour with Jobber as well. And I can show you all this stuff and exactly what it means, and I could talk about it for hours. It's a big passion of mine. So, oh yeah, I got my podcast too. Excuse me. I was out working out and running in the freezing cold yesterday. I have asthma, and my lungs literally hurt. So I might have to reevaluate doing that. The podcast just crossed like 600,000 or 700,000 downloads on Apple and Spotify, and we haven't posted a podcast in about 2 weeks, but we're going to get back into the role of that. How do I do all this is another question I get. Like, how do you run a landscape business, have employees and virtual assistants and a media business? Like, I just hired my 15th virtual assistant in my media business. I have 18 people total working for me. That was never possible to me at any other time in my life. But the truth is, like Lego blocks, you just build one block at a time, and it just evolves and grows organically. I heard people talk about systems and stuff, and it used to drive me insane and piss me off, frankly, because I'm like, what do you mean system? So what's a system? I'm reading a book right now called Work the System. What I'm learning is I don't know anything at all, and I feel dumber and dumber the more I learn. It's a vicious cycle. Frustrating. But Work the System is a book I'm reading, and it's just blowing my mind. I've also, these books, people ask me what books I read. Yes, how do you do this? Well, it's from reading books and getting around people like Joshua Latimer and Brandon Vaughn and Kurt Kempton and Sid Graff and going to live events and taking online courses, that these people that are tremendously more successful than I am, I've learned so much from being around these people. Like my friend Dan Plata from Blue Sky Services, the bookkeepers that I use, they've taught me so much about finances. That's changed my life, right? So when you lean in to your weaknesses and you get around really successful people that are strong in those areas, you can learn a little bit from them and then watch your life for the next year or two, and it's like, wow, you could just make these drastic leaps and jumps. So back to the books, though. People ask me what books I've read. There's a book called Traction by Gino Wickman. There's Rocket Fuel by Gino Wickman. And then Get a Grip. Those books will punch you in the stomach. There's other books by Mike Michalowicz, like Profit First. And there's like the 48 Laws of Power. One thing I learned really, though, in 2023, I learned this a few years ago. The best information is not the free information that you're overly consuming on TikTok and Facebook Reels and YouTube videos. Now you can get some really good information on YouTube, like for real, like valuetainment and like. But the best information is the information that you pay for in the form of going to a live event or joining a mastermind or a private workshop group. Like I'm in Joshua Latimer's War Plan Insiders. It's a private mastermind group. This one's inexpensive compared to some of the ones I've learned about that are $25,000 to get into, $5,000 to get inside of this group. And what you're paying for is who's not in the room. To spend $200 or $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 to join some type of online course or group or fly across the country to go to like a 3-day event to learn how to better your business, whether it be the finances or you want to get into, let's say I'm a landscaper, let's say you want to get into luxury outdoor living spaces or you want to learn the numbers or metrics in your business, you're going to have to get to a point where you stop consuming free content online and then you actually start paying for hyper-specific niched content, and you're learning from experts who have gone before you and gone through all the really, really hard stuff and became successful, and then you learn directly from them the specific systems that they applied and levers they pulled to put directly into your business in the weak spot right now. Because the reciprocal to that is the law of attraction, like the woo-woo stuff and saying incantations and writing your goals and all that stuff is great. Like that stuff has helped me a lot. I've taken a lot of, actually all night long, I was sleeping with my Sony headphones on under 30 Days Success Hypnosis Patterns by David McGraw. Like I do all that stuff. And it helps open up your mindset to higher possibilities. Like if you have a lot of negative self-talk, like I have negative self-talk, like I pray all the time because I just have self-deprecating talk. It's like this, like the little angel and little devil on your shoulder. The devil is saying, you can't do this, you suck, you have a mental illness, you're never going to make it. What if you become depressed again? Because I've dealt with depression, and I get a little leery in the winter, like don't fall into seasonal depression. Get out there and work out. Go jogging, run on the treadmill, find a workout partner, get a membership even to like Planet Fitness or the local gym and go work out. Stay focused. Do not let seasonal depression get a hold of you. But I've learned that through the ups and downs that you have, I've had this massive life-changing epiphany recently. A couple weeks ago, something triggered me and I started to feel like I was going to get really depressed, and I got scared because I don't share on YouTube, but I've gone through, a couple times a year, I get depressed, like right in the middle of the summer is when I get the most depressed, when we're swamped booked and I haven't had any time off at all and I'm just going nonstop. I feel empty, like I'm like this soulless, like this, just this robot. And it also happens when I don't get proper sleep. So when you're running on like 4 hours of sleep for months on end, it's easy to get depressed. So here's what happened. I had this epiphany. I was like, oh my God, wait, I've been depressed before. And I came out of it. And then like a year went by and I got really, really depressed. Like the most depressed I've ever been in my life, where I thought it was never going to end. And then I came out of that. And I became the happiest I've ever been. I'm like, am I bipolar? No, never talk like that. Everybody is like a pendulum where they have good times and bad times and ups and downs. But I was like, wait a second. If I have been depressed and I got happy again, even when I got really depressed, I got really happy again, then wait a second. There's actually, if I did get depressed, it's okay, because I'm just going to get happy again. And then, hear me out, oh my God, I don't even have to get depressed. It was like I popped outside of my own life and like this like mindfulness exercise, and I realized that the highs and lows if you get rid of like the really, really high highs, then you can also get rid of the really, really low lows, and you can just kind of become more even keel and objectify your emotions in your life, in your business and everything, and not take everything so seriously. If something happens in your business, or the little tiny things, you don't totally freak out. You pay attention to your conscious and unconscious triggers, and then you learn how to master your emotions, and your word becomes law, right? You don't tolerate your own bull crap. You don't tolerate your own victim mindset anymore. This stuff is helping me tremendously. So anyways, I got my keyboard here, my little piano. Because I like to play piano. This is my little release. Oops. I only have one hand, but I'm holding the camera. But I'm excited. I'm fired up. Lots of projects coming out. Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I hope you're doing very well. I'm going to continue here in the laboratory working on my studio. I'm putting out some new online courses. I'm really excited about my magnum opus. It's called Know Your Worth. This is going to take a long time to put this together, but I'm putting together an entire curriculum called Know Your Worth. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Well, I'm excited. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're crushing it. I hope you're happy. I hope you're achieving your dreams and taking the leaps and getting focused on your dreams. I hope you're in a place of gratitude. And I really, really look forward to meeting you one day and giving you a fist bump and looking in your eyes and saying, "You did it. You did that shit, man. You did it. You got this." It's a good day. All right, I'm uploading this video. This was a crazy video, but here goes.